morning, everyone. My name is Karla, and you have reached my FlossTube channel, KarlaBeingCrafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but also other crafts that I'm doing or have done in the past, and a little bit of life thrown in. Today is my FlossTube number 42. It is Sunday, April 26th, so we're on the last Sunday in April, and next week when I come to you, May will have started, Mania will have started, and all of that fun stuff that people in the cross stitch community get really excited about. Yeah, so I have a couple things to talk about before we get into the stitching. First of all, I wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who went onto my niece's channel and made comments and subscribed and gave her that boost. She was really excited about it. I talked to them yesterday. I think she was making another video last night, and then today she was making a birthday cake because her mom's birthday is Wednesday. Sorry. Air conditioning went off. Yeah. It is hot in Southern California this week. It was almost 100 degrees on Friday. We're in the high, 90s, high 80s. Ugh, I don't like it. But anyway, back to Reagan. So anyway, her mom's birthday is Wednesday, so she's making a birthday cake for her mom tonight, or last night, and then she's decorating it today and filming it. So, I guess a video will be coming out soon. She also found a way to incorporate her older brother into this video making experience because he asked her if he could edit her video. So they got some editing program or whatever, and he is very tech and very good at all that kind of stuff. So he's gonna figure out how to do editing on her videos, and so they'll have kind of an adventure in video making together where she's in front of the camera and then he's going to be the tech guy for her, which I think is pretty cool. So big thank you to everybody who went and supported her channel. She was really thrilled about it, and that was just really great. For any of you who this is your first time coming to my channel, thank you for coming by. For my regular viewers, thank you so much. As you may have known, because I'm going to put it in the title of the video, I hit 1,000 this week. It happened overnight on Friday. I was at, I think, 998 when I went to bed Friday, and when I woke up Saturday morning, I had hit 1,000. So that's really exciting. I don't know that it really changes anything, but somehow in the YouTube world, that's kind of a milestone. It is when you can monetize. I don't know if that's going to make any change in my life at all. But hey, if I make $1 a month from doing this, that would be really exciting for me. But I just have to say a big thank you for everybody who has supported me in these last 9 months and all of my subscribers. And it's just really exciting to hit that milestone number. So onward and upward with that. Along with that, I think what I'm going to do is, because Mania is coming up, and I've talked to you guys before, my Mania plans are to work on my full coverage pieces. So it may not be, I don't know. You guys may love seeing the progress on those 3 or 4 pieces that I'm working on. And I guess it's not that much different than what I normally do, but I think my normal videos, you have more of a variety of the whips I worked on that week. So, but sort of to make my videos have another little interesting element in May, I think I'm going to do a couple of giveaways to my subscribers, kind of as a 1,000 giveaway thank you, and yeah, just to keep things interesting. I mean, they're not going to be huge prizes. I'm not in the able to give huge prizes away yet category, but we'll see if I can come up with something exciting, hopefully. So let's see. Oh, I have one other like non-cross stitch thing that I wanted to like ask you guys about or tell you about. If you have any experience with this. Now, you guys all know I have a cat, black cat Bagheera. I've shown him a couple times on a few videos, but he usually kind of makes himself scarce when I'm doing this, and he's usually right over there on my bed, stretched out right where I would normally be, and you know, so he takes up the whole bed. But I discovered something very weird about him the other day, and I'm wondering if anybody else who has cats has had this kind of experience. He is not interested in people food hardly at all. He likes his cat food. He'll eat beef jerky. If I get that, he gets really excited about that. And he'll eat maybe a bite or two if I have like chicken or meat of some kind. But he's just really not interested in people food. Not even the things that you'd think a cat would be interested in, like milk-based things, or, you know, he'll come over, he'll sniff, I'll offer him a taste on my finger, and, you know, I mean, he may take a lick of a little bit of whipped cream or whatever. But I was eating strawberries last week, and he went absolutely bonkers over the strawberries. He didn't eat them, but he rolled around in, like, you know, the tops and the, and he was licking on them and just rolling in them. Now, I read that strawberries might be related to catnip. He's never been really interested in catnip, but those strawberries, he was going crazy over the strawberries. And then, you know, as I said, he was like rolling in them and rubbing his face on the strawberries. I gave him a strawberry to see if he wanted to actually eat it. He didn't. He just licked on it and he mushed his face on it. And then he was purring and just had that whole drunk happy cat look for a while. But has anybody else had an experience with a cat and strawberries? I guess it's a fairly common thing. I've had cats almost my whole life, and I've never had a cat that went crazy over strawberries before, but he did. I did have a cat who went crazy over green olives in the exact same way. But yeah, strawberries. So apparently my boy likes the strawberries. So anyway, all right, so that's enough with the unrelated issues. Let's get into what I worked on this week. I actually have a couple finishes. I finally finished my May Year of Celebration, and it came out really pretty. Like, I really like it. I don't know why I was having such a struggle with this one. I couldn't make myself work on it. It was just, I don't know. But I think it came out really pretty, and I like it. So hopefully I'll get that finished maybe today, actually, because I have my iron out and I got the supplies to do it. So so that will be ready to go up next week. And then let me take this needle minder off. This is one of my cat needle minders. Actually, I don't know if you can see it. But, and then I have the little guy on the back, which I don't think you can see. It's too clear, but I finished, this is the Nancy's Needles Garden, Froze Garden. And these things just stitch up so quickly, and I find them very soothing. Now, last week I was talking about, you know, there's two different companies that, I mean, I'm sure there's way more than that, but the two that are prominent, I guess, on the sites that I look on are Nancy's Needles and Needle Delights. And Needle Delights is the one that, I don't know if you can see it, but up at the top there, that's where the bubblegum is. I was saying how the Needle Delights, I thought maybe I liked it more because it had more specialty stitches and that kind of thing. And I totally enjoyed working on that. But honestly, I really enjoyed working on this one too. And it doesn't have any specialty stitches. It's just all these slanted goblin stitches. But I found it super soothing. And I really like working with the Crone watercolors. I just like the way it feels when I'm working with it, and it was just really soothing to do these little patterns in here. Yeah, so I just really enjoyed it. There's like three, there's a green color, so that's one color that has all of these different colors of green. And then there's this lighter pink, which is actually the same lighter pink that was in Bubblegum. And then there's this darker pink variegated one. And the variegation is just really pretty, and I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to finish it. I did order a couple of wooden boxes from Amazon that were relatively inexpensive. They're like the Diaries things. They're unfinished wooden boxes. And I think I might, I hopefully got the right size because I thought it might be nice to mount this on the top of a box. The one thing I have to figure out, because it's on canvas rather than fabric, you know, canvas doesn't fold around as well and that kind of thing. I mean, it's stiff. So I'm not sure exactly how the finishing will work. I'm going to have to experiment. But, I mean, I might have to maybe cut and then put trim around it. That's what I did with my very first needlepoint piece that I did, that I mounted on a pillow, is I actually sewed it just on top of the pillow as like a fur pillow. And I sewed it on top, and then I sewed like a trim around the edge to cover the edge of the canvas. So I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work, but we'll see. And when I figure it out, I will show you guys. But I really did enjoy working on this one. So now I have to figure out what the next one I'm going to work on will be, because I think I'm going to do one that I'm going to intersperse in May as well. So, yeah, so that's that. Okay, I did have a new start. I finished May year celebration, so I started June. I didn't really get that far. I just started June. This one has a big sand castle here and kind of like a little bucket. The little plaque or whatever says beach. So the color palette for that month is, hold on just a second, is these. So you can see they're very, you know, red, white, blue, kind of a sand color. And I'm sure that July is going to be very similar. I don't know exactly what it is yet, but it's red, white, and blue as well, so I'm probably going to be using a lot of the same colors. When I've been working on this year of celebrations, I just kind of like have kept all the flosses on this one ring, and then when I get to kit up each month, I try and pull from these flosses first so that they all kind of have the same color, the same color schemes. I'm not using call for, I'm making substitutions. So, and then I have all the flosses on the one ring, but then I have these two red cards, and the flosses that I'm using are between them. And then I just mark on the tags. I'll mark on the tags each month and then what the symbol is. So they're all about maybe 6 or 7 colors, so it's not too confusing. So I did get that one started, and we'll see if I work on it this week to try and get a bulk of it done before May starts, because I'm not going to really be working on that in May. I might cheat and get that done so that I have it for June, even though it's not in my mania plans. But okay, I did work on my diamond painting a little bit this week. I finished the pink rose. And a little bit on this one down here. So this is coming along. I picked this one because it was simple and not very many colors, but I'm getting like tired of it already. So I'm enjoying doing the diamond painting occasionally, but I pulled out, it's not that big of a piece, but it's like a full coveragey thing. Well, yeah, instead of a partial. That's a Halloween cat that I really love. So I think I want to do that one next. I just have to figure out if I have someplace to store the drills, because one of my kitting up systems, actually, I already kitted up one of my Diamond Art Club ones that's huge, and I don't feel like working on the huge thing, but the diamonds are already in the container, so I can't switch them out. But I think I have other containers lying around. Okay, Friday was Arbor Day, and so I figured I would work on my Alessandra Adelaide Tree of Butterflies, since it was Arbor Day. And I was on a Zoom call Friday night with my friends. So we've done it. That was like, what, the 4th or 5th time in a row. And we're all enjoying it. So, you know, we're going to keep going. So I pulled out the floss that's for the floss that's for the tree stuff, and I just did all these like curlicues, and that's probably like two lengths of floss, so that means, you know, there's three 2-strand pieces in each length, and yeah, so probably six pieces of floss that I did there. And working on the curlicues is actually kind of fun. I mean, it's a variegated floss, so I don't really worry about, you know, I just go with it, and then where the colors land, the colors land. But I'm just like following the paths around, and you know, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of fun to just do the curlicues. This piece is huge though. I mean, it doesn't seem like it when you look at the pattern, but when you figure that I've only actually done just this little tiny bit over here, and there's all this tree, yeah, it's actually really big. It's only a couple colors. I combined the curlicue, like the branch color and the trunk color were different, but I combined them. And then you just have the green for all the little leaves, and then there's 2 purples for all the butterflies. And then when all that's done, then you go back in with some Kreinik and add like these little flowery things, and beads go in with the flowers too. And I worked on gathering honey. I'm trying to get this done before the end of the month. I don't know if it's going to happen though, because I worked on this a lot yesterday, and I mean, it's totally enjoyable to work on, but it's also because it's on the 22, and it you know, it's tiring. So I don't have that much left, but I finished all the words. And then I had talked to you guys about possibly, instead of stitching the flower in her hair, because I got this extra flower button from just another button company, I thought I would use that. Well, it turned out that that flower was way too big, but I liked the idea so much that I just stole a flower from the pack for the Vows Spring Summer, and I figure I can either make do without that one flower, or maybe I can substitute the big flower that I have, or I can always just order another flower. Yeah, so basically I finished her hair, so I filled in like where the flower would have been stitched with the purple, and then I just put the flower on, and then I did all of the words. So I just need to finish the dipper, and then there's another clump of flowers, and then she will be done. And then there's a bee that goes up in the words somewhere. But I just love this pattern. I really do. So this, if I get it finished before May's over, then this pattern will probably be one of the giveaways, pass the stash kind of thing. It's actually in perfect condition because I've been working off of a working copy, so this has like barely been touched except for the bag is a little wrinkly, but so yeah, that will probably be a giveaway. And then maybe because everybody has loved this fabric so much, maybe if the person's interested, I will dye a piece of yellow orange fabric for them. I don't know if it'll turn out exactly the same, but that is a possibility. Since I'm enjoying dyeing the fabric, you know, I always want to kind of offer that. Okay, that was my whips for the week. And then I have a big bag of, you know, my little haul, stash acquisition, whatever you want to call it, thing. Actually, I didn't really purchase, most of the stuff is Stitchy Kindness. And there's just a few things in here that I got myself. And actually, I think that this is it. I ordered just kind of a variety of sizes of the sticky board because I was running out, and I need it definitely to finish the Year of Celebrations pieces. And then I tend to use this. I don't necessarily use the sticky part, like I use it kind of to stick the stuff to on the back, and then I'll put something over the sticky that's exposed. But yeah, I just ordered a bunch of it so that I have it on hand for finishes. And I think this week that's the only thing that I actually purchased myself. I actually have a couple things sitting in my mailbox, but I don't feel like walking over there. I did feel like that yesterday because it was like so hot. And I usually just stop at the mailbox on my way to work, on my way home from work. I mean, it's in my complex, but it's still a little bit of a walk for me to get there. So I usually just drive over there and pick it up on my way to or from work. So I'll probably pick it up tomorrow, and then I'll be able to show you the stuff on next week. Okay, so I think the rest of the stuff in here is Stitchy Kindness, and which is really exciting. So first thing that I got, which it's not actually Stitchy Kindness, it's Stitched Kindness, is my friend Tracy. I've talked about her a lot. She is one who lives in Pittsburgh when all of this COVID stuff started happening. I think I told you last week she pulled out her sewing machine and she started making masks, so she did send me one. Pretty butterfly fabric, and then the inside is really pretty too. And then she sent me a bunch of different ribbons for it. I haven't actually fit it to my face yet. She has put the little section in there where you can put like pipe cleaner or floral wire or something, so you can really mold it. And then it has these ribbon ties, which I've been using, kind of like the t-shirty feeling ones that just have a stretchy thing over my ear, which does not bother me. So I don't know if I'm going to replace the ties. She sent like three different sets of ribbons because she's like switching out her ties a lot. Her feeling is as if she has to wear masks, then they're going to be bright and colorful and in your face. So she sent me one as well. So that was just really sweet. And I think she's having fun making them. She taught herself how to do that. She also sent me a piece of, I think this is 18 count Aida. I haven't actually measured it. I don't think it's hard inker. I think it's 18 count Aida, but this was from the what's it called? The Center for Creative Reuse. And she sent me a bag of buttons and 2 DMC flosses that she got there. So the buttons are all, I told her that I wanted buttons for working on my resin projects. And so she found these there. These are like glass, little bright blue ones. Are really pretty. And yeah, these are really pretty. And she just sent a few of them this time because she wants to like send them, kind of spread them out so they're flat. She's like really like paranoid because the one time that she sent me fabric in an envelope and I got the empty envelope and no fabric. So she's excuse me, she's being really careful with how and when she sends things now. Excuse me, I'm gonna take a little bit of a drink here. Okay. Oh, there's one other thing in here that I did purchase. This was that Dimensions kit that I had told you guys about. I thought it was going to be a bigger kit. I was really surprised when I got this. I was like, what did I order? And then I opened it and I was like, oh, it's this kit. I just thought it was going to be bigger. So this is, it's a kit, so it comes with all the stuff. And I got it primarily, I like hummingbirds a lot, but I thought it would be fun to try this kit and try these ribbon embroidery flowers. And I got this off of eBay. May have paid too much for it, but I enjoyed it. Okay, the next two things I got from a couple viewers. This is from Lucy Howell. She sent me, when I was talking about how much I liked the Damask Aida, she said, she wrote to me, she said she had a bunch of it and she did not like it. Which is interesting because, you know, that just goes to show that, like, try out different stuff because different people like different things. I mean, I love the Damask Aida and she just said it doesn't work for her. She doesn't like it. So she ended up sending me a big bag of fabric. This is the Damask Aida. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the little sheen to it, but that's the rayon in with the cotton. And then there's some more Damask Aida, and then she just sent me some pieces of like linen and Lugana. I mean, just really nice big pieces of fabric for me to have fun with. So that was just so sweet of her. So thank you so much, Lucy. Oh, and she also sent two patterns that I guess she said these were duplicates. She was telling me about this Seakiss and Company when I was talking about doing the counted canvas, because she said that this was similar. And it is kind of like has different types of stitches and sections, kind of like counted canvas, but it's done on fabric. And then she sent me one of these Calico Crossroads patterns. I've been looking at these on eBay for so long, and I love them all of these cat patterns. And this one's great because I play the piano. I haven't in a long time. I don't have my piano anymore, but I do know how to play the piano. So, but I just love all of these black cat ones. The two that I really like is, there's two, and one is like the cat is like looking at a hanging plant, and then the second one, the cat is in the hanging plant. I like those two a lot. But I've been looking at these Calico Crossroads forever. But there's so many of them. There's a whole like monthly set that I love. Yeah, but you know, that's a whole other rabbit hole to go down if I started getting all those patterns. And I'm trying not to get crazy. It's so hard though, you know? I mean, I understand when people are saying that like collecting patterns is a separate hobby from stitching. Because I get into that mode where I feel that way too, but it also stresses me out a little bit. And I don't know why. It's like I don't have, you know, I get some kind of attachment to the patterns that I assign them, anthropomorphize them, you know, that I give them like human feelings. Like, you know, a pattern doesn't care if you don't stitch it, but somehow I feel guilty if I have all these things that are potential projects and I'm not doing anything with them. I know, I'm crazy. Oh, okay, that was my note from Tracy. And then this is so sweet. This is from Kim. Yeah, Kim Young. She sent my mom. I think it was Kim. Is it my mom? I'm just making sure. She sent my mom a really cute birthday card. Yeah. And a really gorgeous coloring book for her birthday. So it's sitting here in the pile with all of the other really gorgeous cards and messages that will go to my mom eventually. And of course I told her about it. So she's excited to get that. But like I said, she wants me to bring them when all this is over. But anyway, so she sent that for my mom, and then she sent me a really nice card, and she sent me this Floss Buddy Flip. It's got the Aristocats cat pattern, and then And I don't have these. I see them all the time on people's FlossTube channels, and I've been really intrigued, but it's just not something that I was gonna pull the trigger on getting for myself. But this one has pockets, 2, 3, 6 pockets. And I think that this actually is an actual Floss Buddy flip. I don't think that she made this. Floss Buddy, yeah. She said she had it, and she said that it reminded her of me, and so she thought that I had to have it. So she sent me that, and this is just so adorable. And I cannot wait to find a project, you know, a little project that just has a few flosses that I can then use this with. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, so that was all of the stash acquisition stuff. I mean, I have all that fabric from Lucy, and it's just really exciting. And then, okay, so the last thing that I kind of wanted to show you guys, I know I'm not doing this until August, so I'm like way ahead of the game here. You know, I have 3 months to get this up, and I've already like pulled all the flosses and stuff, but I'm excited about it. And I had dyed some fabric previously and showed you, and I have these 2 darker pieces that I did. So I did this one first, and I did this piece, and I mean, I just really think it's pretty. I think it might be too dark. So this is on a hardanger, and so I did it, but yeah, I thought it would be too dark. And then I did this one, same thing. I think it's really, really pretty. I just think it might be too dark for this pattern because I just don't know that the flosses are going to show up well. Because there is a lot of dark on this, you know, the border is dark, and her dress and hair and the cat, they're all dark. So I was like, well, let's do another round and try to make things much lighter. The way to do that is just to put less dye in the bath. And then I feel like I'm not really dyeing, but they came out nice. So I did this one. This one has more pink in it, and it came out really pretty. It's maybe a little bit more of the color that shows in the picture as far as having the more pink. But I think these 2 are going to be the ones, and these are both 18 count. Rather than the 22. This is, remember when I got that piece of damask Aida, I was like, I wonder if that, because I got a piece of white, I'm like, I wonder if it will take dye. Well, it did, and I think it came out really, really pretty. It has that sheen. Yeah, so that one I just think is really pretty. And I wish that my light could be better in this apartment. Now that I've hit 1,000 subscribers, maybe I need to invest in a ring light or something. I don't know. But this came out really nice. But the one that I think, and here I am eating my words, right? Because I tried linen for my little Mermaid that I did, and I said I didn't like it, and I didn't want to work on linen anymore. That was, you know, a very slubby linen. And so I didn't enjoy that. But at the same time, I had purchased a piece of white linen that was opalescent, and it isn't very slubby, but it is linen, but it's got the sparkle in it, and it came out, it's so pretty. And since I feel like this pattern is kind of like a twilighty, I don't know, but this fabric this fabric just speaks to me. I don't know if you can see the sparkle. So I don't know, it's a 36 count linen. So really 36 count, right, is 18. However, the holes are a lot smaller looking than like working on a 22 count hardanger. So I don't know. I mean, I think this is probably the prettiest one, but is it going to be hard for me to work on? I don't know. I don't know, but it's so pretty. But I don't want this pattern to turn into like a chore or something that I'm not enjoying. So I don't know, tell me what you think, you guys. I know like you're not being able to see how really, really pretty these are. And I wish you could. I'm proud of these. I think I did a really good job with the dyeing. And both of these, I mean, these were in the same bath, so they're very similar in color, but of course they took the dye a little bit differently just because this is linen, this is Aida with a rayon in it. Yeah. And then the darker ones are also gorgeous, but I think this is a hard anger, this one that I did. And this one will work. But I think I fell in love with that sparkly linen. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I would be really interested to see what you guys think. These two darker ones are both very pretty, but I think they're too dark. So I have the 3 lighter ones. I have the one that has the more pink tone, and this is the 22 count. This is kind of more of a creamy. Before I started it, it had more of a yellow tone to it, so it does have a little bit of that because that was the base, so it wasn't on a bright white. So this one is really pretty too. And that's the fabric that I wanted to do originally, but now I've got this damask Aida. So this one would be way easier to work on for me. It's an 18 count Aida, but it's damask, so it has that sheen. And then this is a 36 count linen, which I've never worked on anything tiny like that before. But it's really pretty. All right, so you guys tell me what you think about those 3 fabrics. And I think that's it. Mania is going to start, the first is next Friday, I believe. So I will start working on my 3 full coverage Hades exclusively, and see if I can make good progress on those. I figured it out, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually finish. And I may end up working kind of monogamously on one, or switching off between 1 or 2, whatever, depending on the progress that I'm making. Because if I'm making really good progress and I'm not sick of the project, I might keep going with it, which hopefully will not bore you guys, but I hope that you'll be enthusiastic about the progress that I'm making on those, because I really want to get them done. But yeah, and then the week leading up to that, we'll see what I can get accomplished. If I can finish June, if I can finish gathering honey, I don't know. Doesn't seem like I have a lot, but it's still a lot of stitching left on that. And yeah, so I might work on something completely different today. Probably something that's on like 14 count or 16 count, just because I was working on that tiny stuff for so long yesterday, and I think I'm ready for a break. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, that you're staying safe and healthy, not going too stir crazy, that you're comfortable, that it's not super hot like it is here. I am not ready for summer weather. I don't like it. All I want to do is have my air conditioning like blasting and sit in my apartment. Yeah, the hot weather just takes it out of me. The older I get, the worse it becomes. But I mean, it's beautiful, and it makes me want to like sit by a pool or sit by the beach or whatever. But when you're in real life and have to go to work and that kind of thing, I hate it. But anyway, I hope you guys all have a great week. And thank you again for getting me over that 1,000 subscriber hump. I really appreciate it. I'm very excited about it. And I just look to good things in my stitching future. This is like that first milestone, and we can only get bigger and better, right? So I hope you all have a great week. Always remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. This is Karla. Bye-bye, everybody.